Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports WNBA Picks and Predictions for Saturday, May 17th, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, so we have the first day of WNBA season 2025 under wraps. We go 4-2 on the day, bringing our season-long record to, believe it or not, 4-2. We go 3-0 on over-unders, 1-2 on spreads. Ridiculously disappointed by the Dream. The Valkyries should have been expected, but I had to back them in their first ever game in the W. They kept it close for 3 quarters, and then they just got absolutely cattywampused in the fourth, which is okay. I will discuss these games very quickly, and then we'll get on to the games we got for tomorrow. First game, well, I guess 2 started at the same time, but we'll go with the Mystics and the Dream first. Mystics, 94. Atlanta Dream, 90. They scored 184 points in 40 minutes of basketball. Over-under was set at 156.5. Vegas is just not intelligent. Like, what are you doing setting that line for a Dream team who is literally only going to shoot 3-pointers or layups? They shot the ball 74 times. 36 of those were 3-pointers. Now, they only made 12 of them, shooting at 33% from the field, but they don't believe in the mid-range game. I was listening to Terrell and Scott on the WNBA Gambling Podcast. If you have not tuned into them, I highly recommend you tune in. But Terrell made a great point. Their coach that they hired from the college ranks, he does not believe in anything mid-range. It is simply you are either doing a layup or a 3, and that was 100% what we saw tonight. They either attacked the hoop and got to the free throw line, or they took a pull-up 3 from Lord knows where. So looking at the stats, you had Alicia Gray drop 25, you had Brianna Jones drop 16, Ryan Howard dropped 11 on 4 of 14. She probably played the worst. Tiana Pau, the rookie, 7 points, only 3 of 6 from the field. Pretty efficient. They did not get much support from their bench. They only had 13 bench points. Then you look at the Mystics. Golly. The Mystics were without Amore, who I did not know was going to be out for the season. So she's done. Then they were also without Aaliyah Edwards. This one we did know of, and they still won the game. You had Brittany, good God, Sykes dropped 22 points, was not an efficient 22 points. 6 of 20 from the field, 1 of 6 from deep. You then had Kiki Irfan drop 14. You had Sonia Citron in her first ever WNBA game look like a seasoned vet. 19-2-2, 6 of 7 from the field with only 1 turnover. For a rookie in their first game, that is wild. And then you had Sug Sutton, might be the best name in the W, 13-1-2. They got how many points off the bench? 16, 18, 20 bench points in this game. Maybe this Mystics team is going to be something once Aaliyah Edwards get back. They're nasty. Or it could just be that the Dream are awful. We will see here in about a month worth of time based on how both these teams are doing. Next game, this was the easiest one. Lynx minus 7.5, over 164.5. The Lynx almost dropped 100. They scored 99 points in 40 minutes of basketball. Lynx 99, Wings 84. Nafisa Collier, 34 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. And it was efficient. 12 of 21 from the field, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from deep. Golly. Then you had Courtney Williams, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists. 10 of 15 from the field, 2 of 4 from deep, throw on a steal. This team is so goddamn good. Then you had Diamond Miller off the bench, 13-3 with 2 steals and a block. This team is going to be absolutely ridiculous when they get Alana Smith, who didn't play today, and Kayla McBride. Apparently she's been out for personal reasons. Not sure what she's got going on. But this team is really, really, really goddamn good. Dallas Wings, you're looking at Paige Beckers in her first WNBA game. 29 minutes, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 of 10 from the field. it's going to take her a while to adjust. I don't think anybody was really expecting her to jump into the league and take it by storm. If you remember last season, it took Caitlin Clark about halfway through the season to really get activated and acclimated to the WNBA. Arike Egunbowale, I really don't think she's that good. I'm going to keep it a buck. I did not like her last year. I don't think she's good this year. 4 of 12 from the field, 0 of 3 from deep, 3 turnovers. She needs the ball too much, and she's not actually good at scoring. You had Hines Allen have an efficient night, 5 of 9 from the field. Dejanay Carrington, 5 of 11 from the field, 15 points. Toss on a steal in there. They just don't have a bench. Their bench isn't good. I mean, you're bringing off Segrist and Taisha Harris off the bench. It's just not. It's not good enough. They have Tara McCowan. I don't know why they don't play her more. She's 6'8" and 240 pounds. Stick her in the paint. She is a fucking demon. But they just refuse to do so. So, I don't know. Also, Nalissa Smith didn't do a damn thing. 17 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds. She didn't do shit. So, either way, Lynx win and cover easily. Then we had the under 162.5 in the Sparks and the Valkyries game. This was looking not good for the first 3 quarters. They went 39 points in the first, 42 points in the second, 45 points in the third quarter, where Kelsey Plum dropped 17. And at that point, I was like, oh shit, this is not hitting. And then they scored 25 points total in the fourth, as the Valkyries scored 7 points in 10 minutes of basketball. LA scored 18. Kelsey Plum is the entire story of this game. She scored 37 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Neither team shot the ball that well from deep. 7 of 19 for the Sparks, 9 of 35 for the Valkyries. Almost half of their shot attempts came from deep, and they were not good. 26% from the field. They also had a ton of turnovers with 20. I don't think either of these teams are going to be good. The only person I was actually impressed with was Kelsey Plum. Nobody else really did it for me. I did buy the League Pass on YouTube, so if you're trying to stream these games in a legal way, I recommend buying it on YouTube. It is $35 for the entire season. Honestly, not horrible. You get every single game. You don't have to deal with ads. It's pretty nice, but it's $35. So if you're willing to shell that out, I vote send it. And then our losers, I already kind of touched on in the games. The Dream, I don't know how you drop game 1 as a 6.5 point road favorite, but they managed to find a way because they let the Mystics score 94 points. 51% from the field, 50% from deep. The Atlanta Dream won the offensive rebound battle 15-5. And they lost the game. So I don't know how you do that. Then the Valkyries, they kept it close. What did they go into the final quarter down? They went into the final quarter down 4 points. And they lost the game by 17. That is not ideal. So, if they could have kept it competitive in the fourth, maybe they would have been able to hang in there. But they did not do that. I'm not really sure how this team is going to score. I mean, their offense tonight came from Tiffany Hayes. It came from Fabile. And then Van Loo off the bench. Kate Martin had 2 points. And then same with Kayla Thornton. So, I don't know where they're actually going to put the ball in the hoop. Maybe they can figure that out. Okay, that is the way too long recap. Let's get into the games for tomorrow. First, dude, this one already makes no sense. First game for the Aces and the Liberty. Wrong team is favored. The Aces should not be a dog the entire year. They have what I think is the best lineup in WNBA history. You have, it is ridiculous that this lineup is actually a thing, and they're a dog by 3.5 points in the first game of the year. Makes no sense. The Liberty, they are the previous year's champions. They're dealing with injuries. They traded away a few key pieces. I don't think they're going to be very, well, okay, they're still going to be good, but I don't think they're laying 3.5 points to the Aces good. The Aces, like I said, I don't think they should be a dog the entire year, at home or on the road. This is the best starting lineup ever constructed in the history of the W. You have Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, Jackie Young, Asia Wilson on the court at the same fucking time. Who is beating that? No one. Literally zero. Add to the fact that it is ring ceremony night for the Liberty, so the Aces are going to be sitting there on the bench while they hear the crowd and see the Liberty players getting their rings. That is going to piss them off. That is extra motivation. The Liberty, they have Brianna Stewart. They have Sabrina coming back off of postseason surgeries. So this is their first full game back in action at WNBA Pace. Going up against a really strong Aces team, I don't think that's going to go well. Leona Fibic, listed as questionable for this game. She played in the EuroLeague all summer, came back. Originally, I heard she was out, but I checked the injury report. She's now officially listed as questionable. Not 100% sure if she's going to play. They also traded away a few key pieces based on the Valkyries getting one and 2 people leaving in free agency. I just don't think the Liberty are going to be as good. They're kind of banged up. And the Aces have a really, really, really good team. So give me the Aces and give me the over. Next game, Sky and the Fever. Should be a very emotional game, as I don't think these two teams like each other. Give me the Fever, -7.5 at home. I am not fading Indiana, Caitlin Clark, in this atmosphere in game 1 of the season. And give me the over, 168.5. The Sky, not sure if they're going to be able to score that much, but we know the Fever can, so I do not think I will be taking many unders in Fever games this year. The Sky, they no longer have Kennedy Carter on the roster, but they did reload. They added Courtney Vandersloot and Ariel Atkins from the Mystics. That is going to make make scoring the ball easier, but you still have 2 reluctant scorers down low. You have Angel Reese, who cannot shoot a basketball. I really hate seeing her play. And then you have Camila Cardoso, who I think could be second or third best option when it comes to putting the ball in the hoop. She is a demon. She's like 6'8". She's a massive human being down there. No one else in the W really has that kind of size. So you should be able to get plenty of boards. Her and Angel are going to be absolutely ridiculous down low when it comes to rebounding. Should be able to get them a lot of extra possessions, which hopefully results in points. The Fever, they picked up Dewana Bonner, got rid of Nalissa Smith and Bile in the offseason. They also added 3-point scoring to the bench depth. They have the blonde twins, both very attractive. I'll leave that at there. And then they have Caitlin Clark, obviously. So they're pretty good at basketball. Don't think I have to explain that one too much. I'm going to take the Fever, first game of the season at home. Also the over, 168.5. Final game, I had this spread all the way typed out, and then injury news updated, and the Storm flipped to a 3.5-point favorite. Originally, they were getting 1.5 points. But then Kalia Copper got ruled out, so I was like, well, shit. I'm still taking the Storm. I don't like it nearly as much now that they're laying 3.5, but I don't know if the Mercury are actually going to be able to score. So give me the Storm minus the points and give me the under 157.5. I think the fact the line switched this much, Vegas is basically telling you who to bet here. Both of these teams are playing without key players from last year. The Storm, they lost Jewel Lloyd to the Aces. The Mercury, they lost Brittany Griner to the Dream, and then Diana Taurasi retired. Not really that high on either team this year. I think I'm higher on the Storm than I am the Mercury, but I don't think either of these teams are going to be competing for a ring or anything like that. The Storm, they have great talent down low with NECA and Ezzy. They then have solid guard play with Diggins Smith and Clark. They don't really have a bench besides a star-studded rookie in Malonga coming off the bench. She's been playing overseas. She can dunk a basketball, so that's pretty cool. You can YouTube videos of that. So they're going to struggle with bench depth. They're going to struggle with three-point shooting, but they have one of the best defenses in the league down low with NECA and Ezzy. So I think they should be able to hold their own here. Then, like I said, the Mercury, they acquired Alyssa Thomas. So any team which with Alyssa Thomas automatically makes them semi-decent at basketball. They kept Kalia Copper. They added Satu Sabali to the squad. Now, like I said, Kalia Copper is not playing in this game. She's out with the back injury. So the Mercury opened at -1.5. They then jumped to a 3.5-point dog. I don't see how they're going to be able to score. I don't love this bet, but give me the Storm minus a 3.5 and give me the under 157.5. Okay, that is going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.